G'day, my name's Wilfred West from Loch Sport, Victoria, Australia. Today's date is the 16th of the 9th, 2015, and it's 10 past in the morning. And it's about 12 degrees outside at the moment. The last couple of days have been interesting. Now, I'm recording this with my GoPro Hero 3 camera. It's recording at 1920 by 1080. It's actually recording upside down, and it's on wide view. You have the option, you can turn your camera upside down, which is good. And yeah, I'm going to get a quick drive today from my house to Surf Beach and then to the bakery, and then probably back home. I don't know yet. I'll see how I feel. So I want to try to clean up the house a bit. Yeah, I like some of the photographs people have been putting on the internet. I think one photo was it's a Malcolm Turnbull there, and it got the same shit, different shovel. One of my friends put a pole of turd, had Tony Abbott written underneath it, and next to it the exact same pole of turd, which had Michael Turnbull written underneath it, but I had a tie on it. Oh, it's true. I don't care what anybody else says. Malcolm Turnbull didn't earn that job. 99 people in Australia decided the fates of 23 million people. Right? Now think about that. Let that sink in for a bit. At least the Labor Party, after what happened with Karen Rudd and Julie Gillard, back to Karen Rudd, they sort of semi-secured the leadership of the Labor Party and made it a bit more stable. Made that party stable, even though if polls affected or whatever, polls go up and down, their leader's going to be harder to remove from office. So the majority of Australians who voted that leader in, right, thinking he might do a bad job or whatever, can vote that person out. The Liberal Party, because the reason why I said 99, because one person missed the counting, which wouldn't have made much difference anyway. So let's say 100 people in the Liberal Party can, at any time during any election period, if they hold office, can vote that leader out. So basically, they make a mockery of 23 million people. They make their law, their thing, is a complete mockery of the Australian politics, of voting. Right? Like, I didn't vote Tony Abbott in, but sure as hell I'm not going to vote for Michael Turnbull, no matter what he does for this country. Because he didn't earn that right to hold that office. Okay, simple as that. You stabbed Tony Abbott in with a knife and patted him on the shoulder and said, well, by the way, you're not going to get your pension. Could have waited 3 days. So this is the okay, I can understand why we did that to Kevin Rudd, why they did that to Kevin Rudd. Okay, he was a micromanager, and he was looking at a very close election where the Greens were going to have the say of who runs the country really. And yeah, fair enough, Julie Gillard was the best person for that job, to actually balance the country out and to run it better than Kevin Rudd could, because he's a micromanager. He would be perfect in foreign affairs job or something like that. That would be perfect for him. And he did a good job at the start, but he never listened to people, never really sat down and think. Tony Abbott took all these portfolios underneath his wing, which a Prime Minister should not do. The Prime Minister's sole only purpose is to run the country and make sure the country is stable and it's got good communications with foreign countries and good policies come to trade see how we go. Anyway, we're here at the ocean. Welcome back. It's 13 outside. It's getting a little bit warmer. Now, I'm going to say this to all liberal voters out there. I should have said that in the previous video. You should teach the Liberal Party a lesson in the next election. I know you don't want to vote Labor, right? A lot of Labor supporters didn't want to vote Liberal, but they ended up doing so. I'm going to get some more water into that. But what I'm trying to say here is that you should vote either Greens or Independent or Labor. I wouldn't vote Nationals because they're basically the Liberals' bitch. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, they always have been, always will be. A bit like the Democrats, they sold Australian people, they sold Australian women all down the toilet because they left the tax on tampons. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, that's what they are. But anyway, I'd love to run for politics. I'd love to be a senator, or I'd love to be the Prime Minister, because I can do a hell of a lot better job than any of these Prime Ministers are doing at the moment. Because I would put Australia first. I would put Australian workers. I would put Australian workers, Australia, and Australian businesses first, and the environment. I would find ways to work with businesses to, continue to run their business, but also help build the environment and help secure the environment and help make sure their business is more environmental friendly. But I wouldn't do it as punishment. I wouldn't do it as incentives. I would work together so this country would become the greatest country on earth. Okay? I would go to the coal mine, I'll go to the power people, work in a way where they can pour their profits into environmental friendly businesses and stuff like that. I'd make free trade agreements with China and other countries, but I'd make so it wouldn't be affecting the businesses of Australia or the workers of Australia. The workers, you can come and invest into our country, you come do stuff, but our workers go first. If there's a job that no Australian wants to do, we can't fit an Australian into that job, then yes, bring in a foreign worker to do that work. I would increase refugee. I would keep turn back the policy of the votes, because, to be honest with you, that is actually saving lives. And you need that in place. You want to empty out those camps and stuff like that. You don't want to send people to Cambodia or whatever you like to call it, and pay them money as well to look after our problem. What we have to do is build offshore centres, or say not offshore centres, processing centres around the world where these people are leaving from. There is also this. We've already got places, some in place, but they're so full it's not funny. But we need to build more, and work with the UN, and work out a decent policy in. Okay, fair enough, that's picked up your voice. But we need to work out the policy. No, there's a rabbit there, we just missed. Anyway. Yeah. So we need to do that. We need to start, I reckon we need to have 20,000 people coming into Australia from the UN camps. That's my personal opinion there. We need to have at the moment with the crisis in Syria, I would say 10,000 of them, so we'd have a 30,000 intake of population every year. Now that should be a balanced thing, but we have to make sure the people who are coming in here will fit into Australia and will fit the views of Australians. Okay, we can't have just one group or another group. We have to have an even balance. I would actually encourage solar panels and so forth like that. I'll talk more when we get back. Just got to the bakery now. going back to what I said before, I can't afford to run for a senator or prime minister, but I know I can do a better job than the prime minister is doing, or what the Liberals are doing, even part Labor's doing. Now, as I said before, I would invest more money into Australia. I wouldn't want to encourage our states to sell off their assets. I'd work out the GST better. There's more products that are not getting GST, which they should be getting GST. I'd have that worked out, put into place, because you can buy two frozen berries, right? Just with a couple of bits of wording. One of those frozen berries is non-GST, but it's packaged food. Okay. Now, I'm sorry, all packaged food, unless it's fresh food, 100% fresh food, it looks like the original thing, should be taxed under the GST. Okay, there's billions of dollars being lost, right, because some Chinese company, right, has decided to change one of the things, change one of the wording of that particular product, or it could be Australian company, but we'll say Chinese anyway, and makes that product a non-GST deductible item. Alright, now that should be looked at. I would put a committee of professional people to look at that. I'd remove the tax on tampons, because, being honest with you, that was just, it's not right. Okay, it's a sanitary product that most women need to use. Actually, all women need to use, and that should be removed immediately. Okay, I would encourage the growth of solar, renewable energies, tidal generators, wind generators, underneath the water where you can tide as well, and also wave generators as well. Thermal, if we can find it, but I would find ways. I'd want to encourage Australia, and I'd go down that pathway, put more money into our sciences, or encourage that in schools as well, put more money into the newer technologies that are available, do the NBN but properly, not have wireless, just to try not to have wireless if we can. Yes, it'll cost more money. A lot of projects will cost a lot more money to begin with, and you might not see the results in your lifetime, but we're talking about generational results here, not poll-driven results as Liberal parties are doing at the moment. We're not talking about results for you or me. I mean, some of these results might pick for you or me in a couple of years if we do it right. But most of the time, we're going to look in the long term. We're going to look 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 years down the pathway, right? And you're going to look at, okay, if we do something now, how's it going to pan out? Not just in 5 years or 10 years or 20 years, but how about 100 years or 50 years, right? You've got to look on a government that's going to see the future, okay, and try to plan and help the Australian country, the Australian government, the Australian people and the Australian country to grow towards that future. So we have a balanced society. We have everybody is happy, or close to happiness, but we have a balanced society where, say, 100% of all our renewable energy is from the environment, from new renewable energy. Sorry, all our energy is from renewable energy, right? We can have better cars. That, yes, it might be a diesel car or petrol car, or even a gas car, but try to encourage people to have what do you call it? Cars that run on batteries or solar panels, or even hydro cars. Try to encourage every new house in Australia, or businesses, if it can have a solar panels or wind or something that is going to use energy from the environment to help put it into the grid, and so forth. We're not trying to take jobs away from, say, the people who run the run the power stations and nothing like that. What we're trying to do is trying to shift the economy and the jobs from those things to renewable sector, right? Train people into the renewable sector, and develop it, right? Encourage the scientists, encourage the growth, right, in our pharmaceutical things. Build, instead of putting more people into cities, expand to make smaller cities, and so forth. We've got so much we can do as Australia, as Australians, and as a Prime Minister could do all these things, but they don't. Anyway, my name's Wilfred West from Loch Sport, Victoria, Australia, signing off. Thank you for watching my videos, and all comments are welcome. You all have a great day now.